Brats, a couple of you keep telling me I have got to try Rgbic lights. I didn't even know what that was, but I looked it up and they look pretty awesome. So let's check these things out. Now, I want to say a quick thank you. Nova was the first one to tell me about these. He was saying that these are awesome. Basically, what difference you're going to have between these and your traditional LED strips is most LED strips can only change to one color at a time. So the whole thing will be red, you can switch it over to blue, whole thing will change. With these, you can actually program it so zones can change, individual lights can change, you can have like rainbows running through them. That sounds awesome to me for the gaming desk. So let's check these things out. Small, sharp unboxing knife. Always. You don't want to hurt yourself or anyone else around you. Safety first. This set is actually less than $20 on Amazon right now. Not a bad price, especially in comparison to normal LED lighting kits. We got one strip, two strips, your traditional cheap looking remote, your control unit. Now, one thing that I definitely noticed about this one right away, unlike other LED strip kits, it doesn't come with a lot of extras. So I mean, as far as attaching these, you're gonna have the tape, I hope, I should confirm that. You're gonna have the tape on the back of the lighting kit, and then it only comes with a few extra additional mounts. I mean, there's only 6 in here, so really, this is gonna be, you're gonna have to use the tape. This is gonna be the anchor spots that you want to. You're gonna have to use it. So, doesn't come with a lot, but this is all about the features. So we're gonna take these over to the other studio. We're gonna install them on that new gaming desk we got, and then we'll show them off from there. I will say one thing about this set that's unusual for most of these. It's like encased completely in rubber. So normally if you like install LED strips and you go to like push your thumb across and put them on a wall, your thumb gets all scratched up, and depending on how tender your skin is, it can even get cut because you're pushing over all those circuits. This is completely covered in a case of rubber, which is nice. I wonder what that'll mean for heat dispersion. LEDs aren't known for heating up, but I just do wonder if that's gonna do anything for longevity. We'll install them more in the other studio and we'll find out. We are here talking about the Rgbic lights. This was our first set that we've experimented with on these. We got them installed on the desk now. Played around with them so far. They are really cool. You can isolate the lights. You can create your own patterns in the app. You can do whatever you want to with them. A couple quick cons before I get into too many of the details. So I said in the beginning, I really liked how they were like rubber coated. They didn't feel like they would cut your hands. One problem with that I found in installing them is they're a lot less flexible than normal strips. So the normal strips are on like a kind of thin metal tape, and you can bend them around any corner, you can put them anywhere. These, like on the edges, they're kind of flopping because I can't get them to stick around all the corners. So if you're doing straight directional strips on something or around a room, it's gonna be fine. But if you're trying to make a lot of tight corners with these, that rubber is actually gonna get in the way and make it a little harder. So something to consider there. The kits are still, they're actually about the same price now as regular LED kits. So I don't see any reason not to get these over a normal LED kit because you'll just have the options to change them. Like you can see right here, I have it on a 2-color pattern matching the blue and pink that we got going on, and it's flipping around here. And it just ties everything together in such a different way that I really like that about it. One thing that if I was doing the install again, I would actually do. So on the LED strips, there's an arrow telling you which way they're pointing. What you really should do if you want your pattern to look flawless is you should run those arrows all the same direction. So what I've got right now, the arrow goes around the back of the desk and then it goes around the front. So what's happening is the back is turning purple, but the front might still be blue because it's kind of in a circular rotation the way I built it. If I would have built it to where it went all across with the arrows facing the same direction, you'd have it go blue all the way across and then pink all the way across the whole entire desk. So it might make it look a little nicer if you put it together that way. It's all optional, but it's just something to realize because you're so used to normal LED strips, it doesn't matter what way you put them, you just put them up because they're gonna stay the same color. With this one, you might wanna coordinate your lines. So you might wanna just plug them in before you put them up, kind of see how the patterns look and decide from there what you wanna do. There's tons of patterns built into the remote, so if you find one you like, either stick with it or use the app to change it from then on. Because if you don't use the app, you're gonna be going through because like, it'll be like half red, half blue, half red, half blue going the other direction, half red, half yellow, half red, half yellow going the other direction, and you'll have to cycle through forever to get there. So I definitely would say the app is the way to go with these. The remote, I would only use it to get set up one time, and then from there, always use the app. I definitely think seeing these are the future of LED strips. They just have so many more options and you can do so much more, and they're about the same price. So once you experience these, why would you buy normal LED strips anymore? So that's my thoughts. I would love to hear what you think if you've had any of these RGBIC lights. They're getting super popular and they come in all shapes and sizes. You can get like floor lamps that are just like a thin rod that you can put in the corner, and then it can project lights all into the corner of the room, make it look really cool. There's all kinds of cool things you can do with them. And they're so much smaller than a lot of spotlights that they're actually replacing for some people, the like ring lights and stuff they used to light themselves, because you could put these up on the wall. You can use the white light to cast on yourself, and then when you're not streaming or filming or whatever you're doing, you can switch it to a pretty color pattern. Super cool. So let me know what you think in the comments. I want to say thank you so much for spending some of your time here with us today, and I will see you in another reality.